Oh my goodness. Well, here we go. So the battery's charged up and we are going to hit the gas a couple of times and let's see. We still show a full tank.
That's got a 4-barrel carburetor. That's
Right.
fuel injected.
This is a run. Yeah, that's why I pumped it a couple times. I'm 52 years old, so these new kids, they don't understand how to start a carbureted car. Well, let's turn the key and see what happens. Hit it again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Do you believe that? Well, yeah, it fired right up. Well, Becky, you ready for another adventure?
Oh yes, I live for it.
Here we go. We are headed to, where are we headed? Lafayette, Indiana, I believe. And then Illinois to pick up 2 super cool cars. The road is calling. Let's hit it. All right, let's talk a little bit about what we're going to grab, Becky.
Okay.
We got a 1985 Buick Riviera. This is a really cool car. It's got 2,771 miles on it.
Where do you find these things, Bob? You're Asian, Bob.
Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yeah.
Just anywhere and everywhere. People contact me. I'm searching the internet nonstop. On this one, the person actually reached out to us on our website. It's an older gentleman that had the car, and he bought it brand new, and it's been in his garage, and he's just taking it back and forth to the dealer for service. But obviously hardly drove it. It is literally a brand new. It's still sitting on the original tires. I'm super excited to get it. And what's even more crazy is, like I said, it was on the road in 2013, so it'll be really interesting to see what we find when we get to it. And then the next car is a 75 Ford Thunderbird, and this is one of the Glamour editions. In 75, it's 75 only. They came out with what's called Glamour Edition. They were special paint options, and they were like hand rubbed from the factory, and they had a silver Glamour and a copper Glamour. Well, in mid 75, they were sales were a little bit slow, so they came up with a Emerald Starfire Metallic, and it is unbelievable with an emerald interior.
That's
you guys,
trippy.
Yeah, it is. I cannot wait. So what we're doing is just the typical Bob and Becky thing here. We are going to haul the Buick, and I am going to drive the Thunderbird. Our first stop is Lafayette, Indiana. And then we're stopping in Pekin, Illinois, pick up the Thunderbird, and I'm going to drive the Thunderbird, and Becky's going to haul the Buick. So we're on the road now.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Wish us luck. Peace out. Oh, boy. I got in about, what was it, Becky? 2:30? Or
2:30 here.
2:30
Here
time.
1:30
our time.
Like 4:30.
What?
Felt like 4:30.
Felt like 4:30. Anyway, good news is, one thing I'm always nervous about is trailers and hotels, but there is our trailer, so that is good news. Put a tongue lock on it, put the receiver in the vehicle. Figure that's kind of the most safe place, but so we are here in Lafayette, Indiana, going to go load up the Buick. Pretty excited to see this thing. It'll be fun to meet the owner too, so stay tuned. So we're making the most of this trip. We stopped in Kansas City on our way and picked up a transmission for the salvage yard, and also got the windshield for the 87, 88 Pulsar. That's a new old stock windshield out of Kansas City also, so making the most of it. Becky, you ready to do this?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. We have made it to our destination. Let's go check out this Buick.
There it is.
There, I see a Buick in here. All right.
Step back to 1985.
Look at that. It looks fantastic. So you must be Dustin, right?
Yes, I am.
Dustin, nice to meet
Great
you,
to
sir.
meet you.
And William, is that correct?
I'm William.
You stay seated, sir. It's very nice pleasure to meet you.
I was going to ask you.
Yes, sir.
You have different cars. Do you have one of the old Rivieras from the 70s? Remember the boat tail?
Oh, absolutely. No.
Those were the fine.
Yeah,
Rivieras.
those were something. Yeah, I love those old cars.
I
And
didn't know whether you had one.
not yet. No, it's on my list, but let's see what we got here. A little bit of garage dust, huh? But that is fantastic looking. 1985 Buick Riviera.
And during those few years, they made a bunch of these.
Yeah, but how many are surviving? That's the question, right?
Well, that's true.
Not very many. Look at this. That leather is perfect. Looking in here. And 2,700 miles. It smells like showroom in
Yeah,
here.
you can still smell the inside.
Oh my goodness. What a gorgeous car, sir.
The only thing I had against
Uh-huh.
after I had gotten it is the long door. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
parked in a tight parking place, you
Yep.
couldn't hardly get out of it because the door was so long.
I'll tell you a funny story is my grandma, when I was growing up as a kid, this is kind of a funny personal story. She would never park next to a two-door car. She would always say, she was like, I am not parking to a car because they are going to door ding my car. We got some fine young ones here. What's our names?
This is Clara. And
Hi,
Parker.
Clara.
And Parker.
Parker, how you
Camera?
doing, buddy? Say hi to everybody. little camera shy there. So I have to ask, this is an incredible car. I mean, look, those are the original tires, I assume.
Yes, but
You know, it's-
I wouldn't drive with them though.
So let me ask you this: did you have those installed, or was that what was on the car?
Those are the factory that
Factory?
was on it when I bought it.
It's interesting because I was talking with my tire rep. I have a account
You
with.
can only buy new ones just
Uh-huh.
like that today.
You're right, exactly. Well, what's interesting is I've got a tire rep with NTW, and he knows a lot about tires. And you know, he was talking about these tires, but he said that he thought those were like optional because that Royal Seal was some kind of nail sealing.
All their cars at the dealership had those.
Did they
on.
really? That's interesting because he wasn't sure. He was like, he thought maybe you upgraded them when they were new, but they were on the
My
car.
goodness, what makes this car ride good
Uh-huh.
is because in the front, the way the engine and everything is, there's no room for springs.
Right?
It has torsion bars.
Oh
up
my
front.
god! Really? Torsion
It
bars?
has torsion
I
bars
did not
in the
know
front.
that. I did not
That's
know
what
that.
helps make it ride so good.
Well, I cannot wait when we take this car and we're gonna get this thing polished up and just absolutely like showroom condition again. But boy, I tell you what, it is super nice. So let me ask you, 2,700 miles. What did you buy this car for? And like when did you enjoy it? You know, you didn't get to enjoy it that many.
I was working
Uh-huh.
at the time and working so much overtime.
Okay.
I didn't really have time to enjoy it.
Oh,
because
no.
They forced us all this overtime.
Oh my
And
goodness.
of course, I made the money doing it.
Yeah.
Was
So that's what paid for the car, huh? It sounds like a Billy Joel song, huh?
That's right.
What is it? I'm saving up your money for a Cadillac. Have you heard that
I really
song?
had time to enjoy it.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
I was working all the time.
I see.
Of course, this car never went out to where I worked.
Really? Where did you work at, sir?
The plant is still there. It's an old Alcoa plant.
Okay,
that
okay.
was built in 1939
Wow.
for World War II.
That's amazing. So metal, Alcoa, that would be metal, right? Like
Yes,
aluminum.
aluminum.
Yeah, I know Alcoa. They probably have something to do with that trailer out
But
there.
since then, they changed their name
Uh-huh.
to what they call Arconic now.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's a subsidiary of their parent plant.
Oh,
But
okay.
the old plant is so old, when it was built, it has the old sawtooth roof on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That
It's
is.
brick. with all the sawtooth roof on the plant.
Man.
And
So,
hottest place in the summer and the coldest place in the winter.
oh my goodness. So so where did you take this car? We got 2,700 miles on it. Did you drive it on the weekends? Did you take it to dinner? What was your...
Mostly around town when I
Just-
could.
Is that right?
And
Just kind of occasional?
basically, I don't think I ever took it out of town.
Is that right? Just kind of drove it around and kept it nice in the garage. It looks like, I looked at the Carfax. It looks like you just kind of took it to the dealer and then back and had it serviced and brought it back home.
The dealer changed the oil. All the things were done like it was supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
And what I liked about it, of course, with the torsion bars, that car rides good.
Oh, I am so excited.
It's like it floats down the road.
Really, really. Which is really because, the 70s cars are known to be the big floaty boats, And, but I'm really excited. This is, in the 80s, this was dying. This was a dying breed in the 80s. They were all becoming downsized and McPherson
the very
strut
next
suspension.
year, when they downsized
Exactly, the
them
next
with
year.
6 cylinders
Uh-huh.
and the small. This was the last year.
It
of
is.
This model with a V8 with the chrome bumpers.
Yes, this is kind of the end of an era right here. I kind of did some little bit of research on the car and studied it up, and I think 79 to 85 is this generation. And even though people will say, the early Rivieras, are the ones that they're really the awesome cars. I mean, this really is a beautiful car. I was talking to one of my friends who's a long time car dealer, and we was talking to him at the auction yesterday, and I showed him this Riviera, and he said this was his favorite car, this generation Riviera. He said it was his favorite car.
This model like this for several years.
Yeah.
And back in that era, General Motors made a bunch of them. They were all over Lafayette.
Yeah, really. Well, I think that you have the nicest surviving one. Well, this is awesome, sir. I cannot wait to get this car going, and we'll send you the video.
Handle it with kid gloves.
Absolutely.
Well,
Well, that's why I come to get it myself. I mean, I was gonna have it shipped or whatever, but it's just like, number one, I'm so excited to meet you and
if you
the owner.
Think it's dirty. I wish you could get down and look underneath.
Okay.
It's just as clean.
Oh, yeah?
underneath.
Okay, well, let's look here. Let's look. Yep, just a few little cobwebs. But yeah, nothing is basically about what I expected, This.
And there's no paint dings or chips or like a gravel road or nothing.
Right. Well, this car, we've got a special place where we store some of our special cars. It's a collector car warehouse, and this car is going to go take my prime spot. So this car is going to push out a $150,000 Porsche to sit in this prime
Your
spot.
friends and people where you live, when they
Uh-huh.
see, they'll say, "Where in the world did you get that?"
That's exactly what they're going to say. And we're going to say this young gentleman right here, William, was the caretaker of this beautiful automobile with incredible
It's
taste.
set here in Lafayette, Indiana. All its life.
You're the original owner, so there's no question to the authenticity of these miles and no question to this car, is there? Because you put every one of those miles on personally.
Yeah, I'm the only one that drove what's on there.
Yep. 2,700 miles. Well, let's get her loaded up here and check it out.
I got it.
All right, looking underneath the hood here. That is amazing.
Dan Kendrick was still selling Buick Cadillacs out there at Greasy Lane. And,
This is the part I love. I love to talk to the owners of the cars because they are the true stars of these stories.
Yeah.
If they only
The hood is brand new.
vehicles like this, they had the car shows.
So look at this here. This is Williams car show trophies. So we got 79 to present in 2002. We got one in 99 and we got one in 01. Yeah, because back in the day, this was just a common used car, but here in the 2000s, this car became very special, didn't it?
You get to be up here in the
That is awesome.
I'm sure there's a lot of people all across the United States who love to have that.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Well, I tell you what, let's put the key in this thing. And I noticed on the Carfax that the last Carfax entry was 2013. When's the last time you've driven this car?
Oh, goodness. I can't answer that. I know when I brought it in here the last time, and I knew I probably wouldn't be driving it anymore. Before I came in, I filled the tank clear full.
That's a very smart move. Very smart move.
I don't know what's evaporated out of there, but it was full when I pulled in here.
Yeah, that's a smart move because that keeps moisture and air out of the tank.
Yeah, it keeps the tank from rusting.
Yes, well, you definitely are a smart car guy. So 2013, like I said, was the last Carfax. And then you think that was probably the last time you drove the car on the road is 2013? Can't remember.
I can't really remember.
It's been a while. Well, those are awesome trophies and well-deserved, that's for sure. Well, we got the battery hooked up on this thing. Let's turn this thing over and see what happens.
I bought batteries all along, even though I didn't drive it.
Yeah.
And I kept what they called a battery tender
Battery tender.
on it, and it put just enough voltage to battery up because I didn't want it to freeze in the winter.
Right.
It's not heated out here.
Right. Well, let's put the key in this thing and turn it over and see what happens. Here we got the original dealer sticker. Look at that. $20,234. This car is loaded up. What options does this car not have? It looks like this thing's got probably every option on it.
A lot of it was standard because of the type of car it was.
Yeah. Wow. That is unbelievable.
Didn't think that there wasn't a lot of leather. That leather was.
Yeah, velour was, definitely, you had to step up to Cadillac or whatever to get the leather. Isn't that something? The smell of that? It is something. Well, I'm going to jump in this car, this time capsule. Heck with the DeLorean, this is the true time machine right here, right? My DeLorean doesn't hold a candle to this car. Oh my goodness. Well, here we go. So the battery's charged up and we are going to hit the gas a couple of times and let's see. We still show a full tank.
That's about a 4-barrel carburetor. That's
Right.
fuel injected.
This is a run. Yeah, that's why I pumped it a couple times. I'm 52 years old, so I still, these new kids, they don't understand how to start a carbureted car. Well, let's turn the key and see what happens. Hit it again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Holy cow. Do you believe that, William? It fired right up.
Yeah, the battery started getting
Yeah. Man, oh my gosh. It was almost just like it. I think I can. Holy cow. Well, I'm going to put my phone away as I back this thing out because we are not going to risk a scratch on this car. So let me go ahead and back it out into the sunlight. I cannot believe this thing fired. The battery almost gave up, but it actually fired up under its own power. Unbelievable. Little cobweb hanging off the back there. Look at that, Becky. Oh my gosh, it is literally idling. Look at the cobwebs. Look at the cobwebs on the right side. Oh my gosh, but listen to it.
Yeah,
I mean, it just settled into a perfect idle. That's truly, from a condition and miles standpoint, this is the most incredible car we've ever had.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. This is the most incredible car from a miles and condition. Wow. Yep, little indicators. 1985 Becky Buick Riviera. Let's load this thing up with care. Oh boy, here we go. 1985 Buick Riviera. Got her loaded up and ready to go. What a time capsule. What an awesome, awesome guy too. I'm going to start bringing more of these quote unquote finds to the internet because, these owners, they're the real stars of this show. meeting Bill was a real pleasure. And I just hope to do him honor and service with our silly little business and channel. Let's hit the road. I'll be honest, what I'd really love to do is put this car on the ground and drive it. Oh, I can't wait to get this back and change the fluids and air the tires up to maximum pressure there. You know, kind of just to help keep them round or whatever, because I'm sure they're a little bit flat spotted, but can't wait to tool it. I'm only going to tool it around town though. You know, I'm not going to get up on the highway because it's not worth the risk. You know, you don't want to have a tire separate and come apart and then cause damage to the car. But I am super excited to drive this car and just cruise and put it around a little bit. GL 550s being a trooper. So get this thing back to Wichita.